The DevOps mock interview day 58. So whoever watching this video on YouTube, right? If you want to check all interview questions, definitely go through the playlist section. There will be DevOps interview question and answers. And I don't want to waste your time. I will straight away start the interview. Okay. Please like this video so that we will get a motivation. Anseti, can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. I'm Anisiti Venkatesh, a DevOps engineer with 5 years of experience, specialization in CI/CD pipeline management using Git, Jenkins, and Maven. I have expertise in Docker and Kubernetes for orchestrating, and along with strong skills in infrastructure code using Terraform and automation through Ansible. Additional, I integrated security practice with the SonarQube and monitoring system using Prometheus and Grafana. My background enables me to drive efficient, reliable DevOps practice in any dynamic environment. That's it from my side.
Super. So yeah, everything is perfect, Anseti. So you little bit, as I said in the previous interview, same thing
Yeah.
apply, but you have improved compared to last mock. You have improved a lot, but you are going little bit right. You are just giving the introduction in such a way that you just want to complete the introduction. So you are going little bit fast. Okay, you can go little bit slow
Okay.
and explain clearly. Elaborate about, like, for suppose you has said like monitoring. So so regarding that monitoring, yeah, as for monitoring we are using Prometheus and Grafana.
Okay. Okay.
Like that. It should be like a little bit realistic. That's it, not more than that. So Pawan, if you can able to introduce yourself, you can
Yes, yes,
write
ma'am.
from your side. Don't reveal about your genuine information and all. You can hide
Okay,
any
sure.
information is.
Uh, my name is Pavan. I have nearly 3 years of experience as a DevOps engineer, where I have developed a strong skill set in key tools and technologies, and I am proficient in Docker for containerization, Git for version control, and Ansible for configuration management. My experience with Terraform has enabled me to efficiently manage infrastructure as a code, while I have also utilized Kubernetes for orchestration. In my previous roles, I have worked extensively with AWS services, particularly EC2, VPC, and S3, to build scalable and secure cloud solutions. Additionally, I have experience in implementing CI/CD pipelines using Jenkins, which has improved deployment efficiency. I'm passionate about the automating process and enhancing collaboration between development and operation teams. I'm excited about the opportunity to contribute my skills and grow further in a dynamic environment. That's it from my end.
So Anseti, how was his introduction? You got it? This is the first mock interview, but still he has tried his best.
Yes. Yes. It's very good.
So is it like script or it is realistic?
Yeah. Realistic.
Super. So Pawan, are you reading something or you
No,
just
no.
prepared and you are delivering the
Yeah.
content?
What I have in my mind, I am delivering that.
Super, super. So like this you need to prepare because in real interviews, right, they will directly ask you to share your screen and all. At that time you cannot able to read any script. So
Yeah.
just prepare it in front of the mirror, add it to your brain memory and deliver it. Like
Yeah.
how in the 10th class we will by heart and right, whenever teacher asks we used to tell the answer. So in the same way you need to by heart so that in the interview sometimes they will ask you to stop in between. So if you're already prepared, right, even though if he disturbs you in between, definitely you will not forget
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
because due to the tense we will forget whatever we have spoken. But if you prepared, definitely wherever you have stopped, you will get a clarity, right? Okay. So today's mock interview, as you said, you have experience in Docker. So and treat this interview as a real interview. Okay, and there is a position in our project where you will work for Docker. So your work was to collaborate with development team, right, and convert the code into a Docker image. Your job is, that's it, you need to write a Docker file for our development team. So I am taking a interview on Docker itself because our requirement is Docker. Okay,
Okay.
the major focus of interview will be in Docker itself. So shall we start the interview?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Aniseti, if you know, definitely you too can add.
Okay.
So what is Docker? Why is it used?
Docker is a orchestration platform, like virtualization platform. We can also call it. We can build number of applications in a single server. That means we can build number of applications in the containers.
Super. You are right.
Yeah.
You are almost right, Pawan. But you can elaborate. It's okay. If this is the first interview, I can understand. I will provide the answer, right? Just read it out and add it to your brain memory.
Okay.
Okay. I will provide you the question and answers, right? Just go through it in the GitHub. Okay. And I don't know you have an access or not. I will just if you don't have an access, definitely I will provide it. Go through the DevOps mock interview day 58. There you can check the answer for that. How you have prepared for the interview, right? Script. I provided a script for introduction. You have prepared in the same way for Docker also prepared all 20 interview questions. Whenever they ask, right, you need to tell the same. Okay,
Yeah, sure,
next
sure.
from Monday, that is tomorrow, we are anyway starting Kubernetes. Once Kubernetes completed, in the Kubernetes also I will collect some 20 interview questions. Out of the 20 only, they will you will get a questions. Okay, then also you can have a mock so that
Uh,
even though if you forget, right, I will upload this, right. You can go through the recordings.
Pawan, can I elaborate that? I have another
Definitely,
point to, yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, Docker is nothing but like easy to create, deploy, and build applications on using the containers.
Your voice was in between. There is little bit.
Now I am audible.
Yeah, now it's audible, but in between the voice was getting low.
Okay, I have connected the earphones.
Okay, you can remove that. No need.
Yeah, Docker is nothing but Docker is nothing but use it to create, deploy, and build the applications using the containers.
Okay. What is container?
Uh, Container is a packaged software which have this all application dependencies, consist of all application dependencies on it.
Okay. Aniseta, you want to add something? What is Docker? Why is it used?
Yeah, it is a lightweight and Docker is a containerization tool. It is used to create a container image. It is forward to, I mean, Docker push to Docker Hub. It easy to access anyone.
Yeah, Aniseta, your communication is not at all perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So, Pawan, do you agree with me?
Yes, yes.
So, you are eating some words, as I said, right? So,
Yes, yes.
yeah, once repeat the same, whatever you said, I will correct it. What is Docker?
Docker is a containerization tool. Docker image and Docker container. We can create Docker container.
Okay, you are telling something, but it is not able to understand. Like, for suppose you are telling Docker image, Docker container, but what is the difference? What is Docker image? What is Docker container? So, if I ask you Docker is a lightweight software which we use it to deploy an application as a container. So, in Docker, we will be having a image. Using that Docker image, we will create a container. So, what is this container? Container is a lightweight virtualization platform where we can able to deploy the application. So what is a container? So container is nothing but a kernel which is a inbuilt, right, which is a inbuilt feature of Linux. So using that kernel feature, we are going to deploy our application as a, so container is nothing but a server itself, but it will be having very minimal operating system which needs to run the application. So you will have only required, right, whatever required for the application. Like for suppose if I want to deploy an Java application as a container, inside that container I will be having only Java related content itself. I don't have any networking softwares, all these things which is unnecessary things which don't need for that Java application. I will just take one Java runtime environment. Okay, only whatever required for that application, only that files will be copied. So that's the beauty of this container technology, so that automatically we are taking whatever required, then it will help us. Like for suppose if I want to go for a trip, so I will not take my whole cupboard, right, to travel. I will take only whatever required for that particular trip, so that I will be having a lightweight of bag, so that I can travel. Getting my point? in
Yes.
in the same way here, Docker also doing the same thing. In olden days, what they are doing, they are taking total, right, total luggage, nothing but total cupboard, right? It's not a good approach. If you take that, it will take huge memory, huge storage, right? And it's risk to transportation. If you compare with real life example, same will apply for the in the software world as well. Did you understand what is Docker? Now you got a clarity. I've tried my best to explain with real life example.
Yes.
Clear, right, Pawan?
Yes, Pavan, yeah.
Okay, shall we go to next question?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so what is Docker image? Difference from
Uh,
a Docker container? Nothing but difference between this Docker image and Docker container.
Docker image is nothing but it specifies the like it is a blueprint of the OS, and the Docker container should be like uh, application software which will have the package on it.
Okay, Docker image, you said blueprint. You are perfect. So what is a container?
Uh, Container is on the other hand like it is a running instance of a Docker
Super.
image.
Yes, I just expected this. So Docker image is nothing but a template.
Yeah,
So in the template, whatever required to run the application, we will be there. But where application will run? Inside the container.
container.
So Docker image is just a template,
Yes.
nothing but a Google Maps.
Mm.
At the end, we need to travel. So that is a container. Google Maps, getting my point? I'm just trying my best to explain.
Yeah,
If you have a plan, you will easily travel. If you don't have a plan, it's difficult. So that plan was created by Docker image. Shall we go to next question?
yes, Pavan, please.
Okay, how do you create a Docker image? Do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, how you will create?
Uh, First we need to take from the base image like from we can use of, after that we can set the necessary configurations
How you will take base image? I didn't get. I'm not.
from Docker Hub. We can take the base image
Okay, where you
like
will take?
do, Docker Hub in Docker file.
So you need to mention that one, right?
Yeah.
How you will create a Docker image? Using a Docker file, we will create a Docker image.
Yes.
So in the Docker file, we will be having instructions, right? Using that instructions, whatever required instructions for that application, we are going to write, and we will use that instructions accordingly. We will write a Docker file. So as we mentioned, Docker file is a template, a roadmap, or a plan to reach our destination. In the same way, whatever required right, my application, all these things I will mention in this Docker file. Docker file is nothing but a text file, simple text file, not more than that. In the text file, we will be having multiple instructions like from, add, copy, right, environmental variable, argument, workdir. Getting?
Yeah. Yes.
Like this, you need to tell in the interview.
Yeah.
So shall we go to next question?
Yeah.
So Aniseti, I'm not seeing your contribution. You need to try from your side. How do you build and run a Docker container from an image? My Docker image is ready, right? How do you build? Sorry, my Docker file is ready. From that Docker file, you need to build and run a Docker container from an image. Okay, my Docker file as is ready. From the Docker file, you need to create a image. Right, from that image, you need to create a container. What is the steps? How you will do that?
First of all, we have to create the image from the Docker file. Docker build image, sorry, Docker image build hyphen t and the image name and the version. Okay. After that, from creating the image from the create image from the container, we can use Docker run. Uh,
No, no. From image, you need to create a container.
yeah, from image to container, we use the command Docker run hyphen d and uh, container name and port numbers to expose and the image name.
Okay, explain me the command you whatever you said. What is
uh,
minus d?
Minus t is the detached mode. The container will run in the background.
Super. The whatever the logs you will get in the, it will not display in the
Yes.
output. So it will
Yeah.
just throw it in the back end.
Background.
So
Yeah.
that's the reason
If we
minus d
use
nothing but
hyphen
like
it, we can see the display of the logs
no,
in the
using minus it nothing but interact mode. We
interact.
can able to log into that container.
Yeah,
Right, minus it is interactive mode. You can able to log in
login.
inside the container. If you want to see the logs, you need to use Docker logs. Okay,
And
you
Docker execute is also can be used, right?
yeah, Docker exec minus it you will use. That
Okay.
will we will discuss in further. Okay,
Okay.
in next questions you will get. Okay, how do you tag a Docker image? Why is it useful? How do you tag a Docker image? Like for suppose there is some Docker image was present in locally. Alright, I want to give some version tag. Right, what is the use of that? Why we will give a tag to a Docker image? Why is it useful?
Mm, for tagging, we can use Docker tag in the image name.
Okay, what is the use of that?
Uh, we can get the. I mean, we can see the latest. We can filter the versions based on it.
Super, getting you are right. We can able to maintain our history of changes.
Yes.
If some version is not working, we can go back to previous version. If we use a tags, different version of tags.
Yeah.
Aniseti, you want to add something?
Yes, yes. It's an automation way also to create image.
Automation way, create image. I didn't get.
It's tag under Docker builder minus hyphen t Docker file name.
Pawan, did you get like what
No.
Aniseti wants to try?
No.
So Aniseti, you need to deliver
Please
in such a way that
continue.
opposite person need to understand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You are trying, but by trying only you will do mistakes. If you do the mistake, I will give you a feedback. If I give you a feedback, you will improve. So if you sit idle, right, you will not. It's okay. I might be harsh. Sometimes I will tell I'm not able to understand whatever you were telling. Don't take it in a negative way. Take it in a positive way. Try it until you become perfect. So you need to tell, explain so that opposite person you need to understand whatever you are telling. It an automation way you said. So what is this automation? I have asked you how do you tag a Docker image? So for tagging purpose there is no automation comes into this picture. So when you are using some words, right, you need to think and you need to apply some logic. Why automation comes here? Automation will not comes in image tagging. Okay, how does Docker handle networking? How does Docker handle networking?
Yeah, Docker networking are used to make communication between multiple containers that are running some different Docker hosts, and we have different types of Docker networking and bridge networking, host networking, and
Oh,
non-networking overlay.
yeah.
Now you are clear and set. Super. So whatever you said that I got it. I have understood.
As we are using microservices, there is a we have to interlink the containers to one each other. So that's why you are using this Docker network.
Right, you are right. So whatever Anseti mentioned, he mentioned the bridge network, host network, non-network. Pawan, can you able to explain me the difference of bridge, host, and non? This one we already discussed, and he mentioned overlay as well. What is that overlay?
But bridge network
Over
is nothing but a basic Docker network drive. If no network driver is specified, the Docker daemon will run in the bridge network by default.
Super. Yes, you are right.
And host, coming to the host, this mode is useful when we need to run containers and application that rely on specific host network.
Yeah, right. You are right.
And coming to the overlay, Docker contains container networks are overlay network that created over multiple engine hosts.
Right, you are right. None. One more none is there.
Mm, Swam, you are telling about?
None type. None nothing, nothing. You will not get any
Yeah,
network.
yes.
So perfect. So you are perfect in Docker. Super. I'm happy. So from tomorrow we are starting Kubernetes. So you are going to rock. I'm happy that you are trying and you are delivering the best and whatever the content I've delivered. So you are watching and practicing, right? Simultaneously.
Yes, go on. Yeah.
Okay, okay. How do you check the logs of a running container? Do you know?
Docker logs and container name. Or ID, sorry, container ID.
Yeah, container name or container ID.
Yeah.
Super, you are right. Okay, how do you share data between Docker containers?
Mm,
Yeah, we use Docker Hub.
You are completely wrong. I am
And I mean,
asking in between containers, how do you share data? Why Docker Hub will comes? Docker Hub is a image registry where you will store your images. But I am asking you, what is like? Sorry, how do you share data between Docker containers? So whenever we are asking the question, right, try to understand what we are asking. Then after try to answer. Don't go in hurry.
uh, through volumes.
Yes, you are right. As I said, as I mentioned, right, we can able to store like you can use a volume in multiple containers as well. So that like through that we can able to share the data. Like for suppose I've attached a volume. How we will attach a volume? Minus V, right? And volume types also will be there.
Yeah, shared data or something.
Okay, what is Docker registry and how do you use it? So you have joined from your laptop or from mobile?
I am from mobile.
Okay. Aniseti, what about you?
I'm laptop.
Okay, okay. Can you able to write a simple Docker file by sharing your screen?
Okay,
Docker registry is nothing but
Not
a
now, I will ask. Okay.
system for
okay.
storing, distributing, and version Docker images.
Sorry, come again.
Docker registry is like a system for storing, distributing, and version Docker images.
Okay. Aniseti, you want to add something?
It is a manage the images. I think registry means manage the images.
Right, you are right, Aniseti. But it's not clear. It will manage images, but you need to explain. That's what I said. You are just telling and you are just you need to explain Docker registry. I have asked. It will manage images. That's it. Over.
Yeah,
So
it
what is
is.
the use of that?
It is
Like
manage the Docker components, images, containers, volumes.
no, Docker volumes will be under the Docker, like in your Docker host. In
Yeah.
Docker registry, you will not get volumes. You will be having only images. Okay, how do you optimize a Docker file for smaller image size? So I want to get a output of Docker image in less size. So how you will do that? How you will achieve that? You like simple question. How do you optimize a Docker file for smaller image sizes?
And we write in command Docker compress.
Yeah, Pavan, you can add.
Hello. Hello. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Yeah, we write in some command Docker image compress. I mean ZZ.
I'm not asking you to compress the image. I'm asking you how you will write a Docker file in such a way that the final image should be lesser size.
uh,
Okay.
using the multi-stage build,
You are right, Pavan. Super.
because if you are using minimize layers, uh, there is we can avoid, I mean, using the multi-stage builds, we can avoid the unnecessary and dependencies or components.
Yes. And we can use the base images, a thin base
Yeah,
images, so that
lightweight,
automatically our image size will be reduced.
reduce.
And multi-stage will be is the one of the best approach where you will get the final output of final image with lesser size.
Yeah.
Okay, what is Docker Compose and how does it work? Sunil or Anisetti or Pawan, you can add. What is Docker Compose and how does it work?
Docker
Yeah.
Compose is a tool that helps you to define and share multi-container applications.
Yes, like for suppose if I want to run 10 containers, just imagine. Okay, if I want to run 10 containers, what I will do? I will use Docker run minus d container name, Docker run minus d container name, Docker run minus d container name. Rather than if I use Docker Compose, right, I can able to write a simple YAML file, Docker
Yeah.
compose.yml file. Using that YAML file, I can able to create 10 containers at a time.
In a single command, yes.
Yes, simple. What is the command to create Docker compose file? I have a Docker compose file. What is the command?
Docker minus compose
Okay.
up minus d.
Yes, you are right. That's it. That's it. Docker compose up minus d. Then automatically it will
Sure.
create
Yeah.
that container. If I want to delete all containers, Docker compose up, sorry, minus Docker compose down.
Down. Yeah.
Okay, how do you scale services in Docker compose? You want to scale the services.
Yeah.
Ifn replicas you need to use, then automatically it will scale. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
How do you troubleshoot a container that is not starting? How do
We
you
check
troubleshoot
logs.
a container that is not starting?
We check logs.
Okay. How you will check the logs? You are just giving straightforward answers. I need a solution. I have asked you how do you troubleshoot a container that is not starting? So if you
Uh,
tell the same thing in the interview, right? You will get irritated.
First of
I'm
all, we can check the logs.
okay.
Later on, if, for example, the container will go to exit, right? That time there is a problem with two with image Docker file as well. In the CMD, we are giving the wrong ID also. It also cause some error.
Yes. So like this, if you can able to answer it, in the opposite person will get to know, okay, he know real time and he really worked on Docker. That's the reason he is telling me, right? He is explaining. I know as an interviewer, I too know I need to check the logs. It's a basic thing. Everyone will do that. You need to give the resolution. How you will troubleshoot. You need to explain the troubleshooting steps. So how Pawan said, then
Yes.
only it will help the interviewer and he will impress. Okay, how do you limit memory and CPU usage for Docker containers? So in the Pawan, I think I have missed these limits,
Yeah.
but in class notes it's already mentioned. You can go through it. Okay, in our class notes it's already
Okay.
mentioned memory limits and CPU limit. You can give the limits for a Docker container. Just you need to use minus memory minus CPU. That's it.
Yeah.
Just go through the class notes. If you not find right, come to me.
Okay. Sure.
So I'm confident that I already provided.
Okay. I will check and I will update you.
Okay. Okay. How do you backup and restore a Docker volume?
We check home path directory. I mean, where lib Docker
How do
backup.
you backup and restore a Docker volume?
Yes.
Create a temporary container.
Temporary. I will. I mean, it
Temporary
has
container.
those
Mount the
information
volume in
in
a
it.
temporary container. Use the Docker run command uh, and compress the backup file. Restore the volume.
Okay. How do you secure Docker containers? So Docker container is running, but you want to secure that. Like how
Through
do you
the
secure Docker
ports.
container? Yes. Try. You are right. You can try.
Okay.
Okay. What is Docker Swarm and how does it work?
It is an orchestrating tool for container using to manage multiple her containers, multiple servers.
Yeah, you are right, answer. But you can still elaborate and you can explain.
And hurry, we have used master nodes and worker node. It will distribute the containers to worker node.
So, Pawan, you want to add something? Answer, you are right.
Uh,
I'm happy, whatever you said.
Docker Swarm is a open source container orchestration tool that allows you to manage a cluster of Docker containers as a single virtual system.
Yes, you are right. How does it work?
Uh, Handle each node resource, improve application availability.
Yeah, it is create and token. It create and token, then totally depends on token. We create a token that we support by everything token. Access to Docker Swarm.
I know it will create a token, but here the question is not about token. How it will work? How Docker Swarm will work? How do you use secrets in Docker? And why are they important? How do you use secrets in Docker and why are they important? How do you clean up unused images,
Like,
containers, volumes, and networks? This one I already discussed in the live class. How do you clean up unused images,
So we
containers?
we can use a Docker system command. It will delete
Yes.
whatever the unused container. It will delete it.
Okay, you are right. Pawan,
Um,
unused images, how you will delete?
a Docker system prun command prune.
Okay, right. Okay, explain a real-time scenario where Docker improved development efficiency. So how Docker has helped for the development of application, right? Explain me some scenario which you have implemented in the company. So why, like how Docker has helped?
uh, in micro as we are using the microservice application, we can build number of microservice application in Docker file, so we can easily run the uh, applications in the single instances.
Okay, I'm not happy. How Docker has helped? Even in virtual machine also, I can able to run my
But
application.
it is a coming to the virtualization virtual machine. We are using the operating entire operating system for this application. But here we are using only minimal operating system required for this application.
Okay. So Anisette, can you please share your screen and write a simple Docker file to deploy a Java application?
Okay. Visible my screen?
Yes.
Pawan, can I help him? Uh,
Definitely.
yeah.
If he got stuck, right? If you don't know, then definitely you can help him.
Sure.
I can write on Python.
Yes, whatever you know, you can. So I try to explain me as explain like what you are doing.
Okay.
First write it, then after you can explain after completing. So once you complete right, Pawan, you can add
Okay.
explain like you too can explain. Sunil, if you want, definitely you can.
Oh,
So yeah, Pawan, you can explain like whatever he written, you can explain and you can mention whatever he has done the mistakes.
Yeah, actually Python I don't know,
Here
but the command.
we are
Yeah.
not discussing about the Python. We are discussing about the Docker file and the instruction.
Okay. Yeah. From base image is correct. He specifies the correct only. Okay. About the working directory, he mentioned slash app means we are in the app directory. Uh, Inside that he copied the
What is
requirement
the
of
work there? What is the use of dot?
sets. I mean work directory sets the work instruct. I mean it sets the working directory for any run cmd entry point command copy and add instruction that follow.
Sorry,
I mean, work directory is used to add the instructions whatever they mentioned in the run CMD entry point.
no, you are wrong. Aniseti, what is the work there? What is the use of dot?
Work directory means it is a information storage directory. I mean, our Docker file is storage work directory.
No, you are wrong. Sunil,
Yes, sir.
so what is work there?
It's specified like commands should be executed.
Work
Uh,
there it sets the default working directory. Like if now you have written a slash app. So whenever you log in inside the container, it will go and log in into that particular directory. So directly it will log in into that particular path. That
Okay.
is the use of work there. So if you don't know why we are using that particular instruction, right, there is no use. You have written a Docker file, but you have written two times copy. Why Aniseti? Why you have used two copies? And you have written recommend.txt in one line. So what is dot? So I'm not asking you out of right whatever you have written. I'm asking that one itself. So as you have written, you need to explain.
Yeah, it is correct or not. I think I just I know this image and I learn.
No, like why you have written copy two times. Learning is not at all wrong. Okay, you have learned this. If I have mistakes, just let me know. It is not a good approach, right?
Yeah, it's an requirements on any. If you fail on a Python version, it will take on new. So that's why I'm using requirement.
Okay, writing one time one copy is enough. Why you have written two times? If you use copy dot dot, it will copy all, right, all at a time. But you are using recommend.txt separately. What is the use of that?
I logged in with laptop now. Can I write that? Can I share my screen?
Yes, yes. Just give me some time.
Okay.
After he completes, right? Definitely you can write. Okay. So what is expose? So that is it, right, Pavan? Whatever he has written expose.
Mm, no,
Yeah. So how it should be
you have to
help
be
him?
uh, exposed. Colon. There is no colon.
Okay. So remove the
Remove that
column.
colon. Remove the colon.
Yeah, whoever watching video on YouTube, right? Please like this video. And if you are looking for real-time training, right? Definitely you can ping me in WhatsApp. Right? You can able to see a mobile number displaying, right? You can ping me in WhatsApp and enroll for live classes. So daily we will conduct live classes from morning 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Indian time, IST. So you can enroll and it's a paid, not free. Okay. Now whoever joining the mocks, right, they are also enrolled people. So I will provide you guidance until you get a job. So yeah, Pawan, you can share your screen and write a Docker file.
Sure.
And
Uh,
thank you so much, Anseti. Whatever you have written, right, it's almost 80% you are right.
Okay.
At least you are writing. That's enough.
Let me know.
Nowadays in the interview they are not able to write. So yeah, Anseti, you can unshare your screen.
Okay. Okay.
Let me know you're able to see my.
Yes, you. I can able to see your screen. So you can increase the font size.
Okay. Okay. Now.
Yes, yes. Now it's okay.
Here I'm actually I have taken the variables, environment variables. Here I'm copying. I mean calling the home directory variable.
Okay. And today I will not going to reveal the interview question answers. Okay.
Okay.
I will provide you directly on GitHub. So you can check out and you can go through it and read it and practice it in the next real time if they ask you need to in a position, and I've provided you with real-time scripts as well, not a straightforward answer and question and answers. It will have a real-time scripts like example of Docker file, example of Docker container, how to create a volume Docker. Like every question will have a command. So yeah, minus jar will be under the quotation. Inside quotation only you need to use.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
As you mentioned home directory, right? So you no need to use slash application because you will be by default in that home directory.
Okay.
So you can directly mention docs website.jar because you will directly on the okay, you didn't set the work dir, right? So sorry, you are right. If you set the work dir, then
And Pawan, I have one doubt. Actually, we can also call the variable right here in the place of application. We can call the
yes, you
okay.
can call variable. But the whatever the variable you are calling, it's wrong. It should be in flower bracket.
Okay.
So dollar after flower bracket. Open flower
Okay.
bracket, close.
Okay. Actually, I have taken the base image as Java JDK 8. I have created one working variable, environment variable as application, and I have installed the wget with a uh, minimal layer. Uh, After that, whatever the path I have installed, whatever the application I did, I copied to the dog subset.jar path and expose 8080 port, and I have run the Java application.
Okay, but you have used wget. You will use wget URL or you will directly give the path then of the URL. First you need to pass
First,
the URL, right?
yeah, so URL here, later the path. I mean, source to destination, we can call it as.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have used here multiple run. So as I said, you should not use multiple run statement. You can use end, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Backspace,
Okay.
backspace, backspace. Yeah. No, don't remove. Okay, wget
Sorry. Hmm.
end space. That's it. If you are using two commands, right, then definitely you can use end two times and you can separate the commands so that you will get only one image layer.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's it.
This is called as a single stage build.
Yes. Okay. That's it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, performance.
Okay. I will share my screen. You can unshare your screen. Okay. So what is Docker? Why is it used? What is Docker image? How do you create a Docker image? Right, simple Docker file. How do you build and run? Right, how to build, how to run the, how do you tag, how to tag with command. Right, how does Docker handle networking? How to create a network? How to create a container with that network? How do you check the logs? How do you share data? Command. What is Docker registry? How do you optimize a Docker file? Right, what is Docker Compose? How do you scale services? How do you troubleshoot container? How do you limit memory, right? So Pavan, if you miss the right in the notes, you can
Recon.
check here.
Yeah.
Okay. So like this for everything you can find out. Okay, that's it. I will stop the recording.